welcome to the International Desk. I'm Lynda Kinkade. We start with an embattled FIFA president, Sepp Blatter, vowing to fight back after he was banned from football for 8 years. FIFA's ethics committee slapped the same ban on UEFA president Michel Platini, finding both men had demonstrated an abusive execution of their positions. Blatter says he's being treated like a punching ball and is promising to appeal.
I'm still the president, even suspended. I am the president. The president must be relieved of his duties. Otherwise, you cannot elect another president. I'm not ashamed. I regret, but I'm not ashamed. I am ashamed if you go in depth what has been presented and how all this has been done.
The pair were punished over a $2 million payment made by Platini and approved by Blatter in 2011. World Sport's Alex Thomas is following the story from London and joins us now. Alex, Sepp Blatter seemed quite defiant today. He did apologise, but not for his behaviour. He seems to feel sorry for himself.
I'm not sure he feels sorry for himself, Lynda. I think he feels persecuted, and there was some of the old fire in Sepp Blatter that we'd not seen for some time. In moments, he'd looked rather doddery in the wake of the arrest back in May, just days before he was re-elected for a fifth term as FIFA president. Those raids undertaken on a luxury hotel where FIFA officials were staying by the Swiss police, but on behalf of the US Justice Department. And let's not forget, it was the criminal investigations in America and Switzerland that have made FIFA, the governing body for the planet's most popular sport, become embroiled in the biggest crisis in its 111-year history. And for many, Blatter is the face of that crisis, although, as you saw from that clip there, he still remains defiant, protests his innocence. Can't understand why FIFA's ethics committee have come to this conclusion. There is a certain irony, Lynda, that Blatter has been convicted now by the ethics committee that he himself created back in 2011 as a reaction to some of the criticism from outsiders. People were looking more closely at FIFA and what was going on in the executive committee, this small group of mainly men, now there are one or two women on it, that were taking all the decisions at the top of global football.
Yeah, it is quite ironic indeed. And Blatter, of course, is saying he's going to fight, not just for him, but for FIFA. What options does he have to appeal?
Well, they firstly have to go, both him and Michel Platini, to the FIFA appeals process. We're told that they can't leapfrog that step and go straight to the Court of Arbitration for Sport. Timing is more crucial to Platini than it is to Blatter. We have another FIFA presidential election coming up at the end of February. Platini was by far and away the front runner for that election until he was suspended back in October, provisionally for 90 days, now banned for 8 years. So for Platini, he needs to try and get through a FIFA appeals process, then go to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, maybe even the Swiss civil courts. That was something that Blatter threatened, if not Platini. So a number of hurdles to get through before January the 26th. That's exactly 1 month before that election, and that's the date when the list of candidates for the FIFA presidency election has to be finalised. At the moment, Platini's name is not on that list, so his football career is every bit as much in the balance as Sepp Blatter's is, Lynda.
So if not Platini, who is likely to take over as the head of FIFA?
Well, there's currently a list of 5 names, some that are slightly more recognised than others, and it does say something for the state of world football that there's no one there that really leaps out at us. Prince Ali bin Al Hussein, the man on the left of your picture, is the man that lost out to Sepp Blatter in the election back in May. Some thought he would take advantage of the arrests and the bad press to oust Blatter. As it was, the 209 national member associations voted Blatter back in. Jerome Champagne left FIFA under a bit of a cloud and is painting himself as something of an independent candidate. Infantino's kind of there in case Platini doesn't make the list. He represents UEFA, the largest of the most powerful of the confederations. Sheikh Salman from Bahrain, and Tokyo Sakwali is a South African businessman who once spent time in prison at Robben Island alongside Nelson Mandela. He's a bit of an outsider, Lynda. None of those men are really the most convincing person, it has to be said, to repair FIFA's tattered image.
And it's a massive task ahead. Alex Thomas, thanks very much for bringing us up to date with all of that.